Who is the best person to give you real estate investing advice? Hi, this is Julia M. Spencer. I'm a real estate advisor, investor, and your #1 source for real estate advice online. Welcome to my home on a Saturday evening. I could be out partying, but I'm here because I love to do what I do, and that is to give you advice and educate you on the beautiful world of real estate investing. And before I forget, don't forget to go to my website. It's at the bottom of this video, juliamspencer.com. Subscribe to my newsletter there, do it today, and check out any of my audiobooks that are there that you can purchase immediately for download and to listen to and to get the full picture of some of the things that I do. There's some really awesome audiobooks there. Now, don't take just my word for it. Go also to my website, to the testimonial section. There's all kinds of comments from previous subscribers and also people that have purchased my audiobooks. They'll tell you a little bit more about what they thought and some of the advice that I've given them and how that has helped them. But this video, welcome to Saturday night, is about who you should listen to for real estate investment advice. And I'm making this video because there's so much information out there on the internet. So many people are trying to sell you this program and that program. They're trying to get you to buy this course this semester, and thousands of dollars are spent on these books and brochures and even my audiobooks, which mine are actually, by the way, sort of on the cheap side. So you're actually not losing anything, especially if you subscribe. You can get some awesome deals. But I actually love what I do, and I do this for fun. I could be out doing other fun on Saturday night, but I do this because this is what I love. But I had one subscriber. She was actually quite upset with one of my videos, and it was a video about timeshares. Now, I don't do timeshares for a living. I don't sell them. I don't buy them. I sometimes stay at the timeshare resorts, but I don't own any timeshares. I usually buy them second and third market, or I go to their presentations just because it's educational to me. And I also love to learn from other salespeople on how to sell. It's a good skill to know, but I usually don't buy them. And I have lots of videos of the reasons why I believe they're a bad investment. But this is not what this video is about. This video is about this person. She was really upset, and she left me a message on one of my videos basically saying that, hey, you're selling stuff too. You're not in public service. You're not even a real estate agent. You're not even a licensed real estate professional. You're not a realtor. And I wanted to answer that because I started typing a really long message and told her why, hey, if you want real estate investment advice, you wouldn't want to go to a realtor. But I ended up stopping myself, and I actually deleted the message a few times. But I wanted to just make a video because I think it's easier and faster for people to understand what I am all about and why my advice is useful to you instead of going to a realtor. So first off, I am in no way ever going to diminish the profession of being a realtor or even a timeshare salesperson. Like I said, I go to the presentations, I listen to them, I learn from them, and I honestly give those people a lot of respect. Realtors, for sure, they actually help me a lot in my real estate investing career. They have a lot of information that I don't directly have access to because I'm not a realtor, I'm not a licensed realtor. And they list my properties for me, they sell them for me, they market them for me. There's a lot of good things that they do, and they have a lot of good information too. A lot of information about square footage prices for certain areas. They have information, they can give me comps for certain properties, and they have access to a huge if they've been in the business for a while, they have access to a huge network of buyers in case I want to sell something, and sellers in case I want to buy something. So realtors, the good ones, you need to keep them around, you need to keep them happy, you need to have a positive, good relationship with them, and they're just indispensable. You have to have them. And I know a lot of people try to go around them and not pay their commissions and stuff. I'm really not for that. When I sell my properties, I try to get a realtor to help me unless it's really just out of the question and it wouldn't be financially feasible. But I do actually employ them and use them, and hopefully, you know, they make their profit with me also. But we're We're usually a very good team. I have several that I've worked with for many, many years, and I want to continue doing that. So realtors are indispensable, not in any way trying to diminish the profession of real estate realtors or timeshare salespeople who also have to make a living, obviously. So, but this is the reason why you shouldn't listen to them for the whole picture, whether you want to invest in real advice, what kind of property that you want to buy. For starters, they can't give you the whole picture. And the reason they can't give you the whole picture because by fair housing laws, they're actually restricted of what they can tell you, what they can't tell you. So, since realtors are actually licensed to market a property and to bring buyers and sellers together, and sometimes they work for the seller, sometimes they work for the buyer, they're actually restricted by fair housing laws to they're not able to say certain things. These things that they're not allowed to tell you are actually whatever violates the Fair Housing Act. This Housing Act was enacted in 1968, and it's basically to eliminate housing discrimination. So in the United States, you can't discriminate based on race, color, national origin, religion, sex, or disability, or family status. So they're kind of very careful of how they say things whenever you ask them. Go to any realtor and ask them, hey, is this a good neighborhood? They're not going to give you a straight answer. They can't. They're prohibited by law to give you a straight answer. So you kind of like are poking in the dark, especially if you're moving to an area and you don't really know the area. So that's one of the things that you can't ask them. So that translated for a real estate investor makes it very difficult for you to decide whether this is an area that you want to get into. Now, I'm not going to tell you whether an area where you invest in is going to be a good area or not, even though I could easily tell you that because I'm not restricted by that, because I'm not actually selling you a property and I'm also not marketing any properties. I am actually just telling you what I know, my knowledge. And my goal, however, is to teach you how you can decide for yourself whether a neighborhood is good or not, and some of the things that you need to look at. Now, ask any realtor about crime statistics in a specific neighborhood. Again, they're not going to be able to tell you that because that could be a reference to race or, and it is in violation of the Fair Housing Act also. So they won't tell you about crimes in the neighborhoods. Again, this is something that you can research yourself. You can go on any website and pull this information up on Zillow, on Trulia. You can check all these places out and check your own crime statistics, and also whether or not the schools in those areas are good. So these are just some of the things that you need to watch out for when you work with a realtor, that they're not going to really be able to tell you whether something is a good investment or not. And the advice that I give is much more far encompassing. First of all, I'm not biased. I'm not making any commission whether you buy a property or not. I'm not ever going to sell you any property. I am not one of those educators that then try to trick you in the sideline and basically say, hey, by the way, I have all these properties. You want to go into any deals with me? I have people approaching me and asking me this all the time, and I do check out the deals, obviously. But my main goal is to invest for myself, and that's what I do for a living. And I'm here to teach you how you can figure out your own strategy and your own way of making money for yourself, and what are the criteria that you can use from me to apply to your particular situation so you can be successful with your system. And it's basically, if you kind of compare it, I'm not actually going to give you the food to eat. I'm going to teach you how you can grow and make your own food. So let's talk a little bit more about this comment that was left. And you can actually read it yourself in my response, because the video that it's left on was actually called Questions They Ask at a Timeshare Sales Pitch. You can actually just search that particular title in YouTube. It's called Questions They Ask at a Timeshare Sales Pitch. It's under my channel, Julia M. Spencer, and you can read the comments there. But basically the person is very upset that I actually take it upon myself to give people advice on real estate investing. And maybe she's a realtor, maybe she's a timeshare salesperson. And I wanted to just put this out there. I'm not in any way trying to diminish those professions. I'm glad all these people are there because they give me something to talk about and something to teach you about, obviously. But my work encompasses a lot more advice than what a realtor can give you. And this kind of goes further along the lines of some of the things that realtors can't tell you and some of the things that I can tell you, because I am not in the business of selling anything to you other than my advice and my knowledge. I'm in the business of selling my knowledge. I'm not in the business of selling real estate. So my knowledge encompasses accounting, finances, economics, the tax system in the US, which I know a little bit about, especially as it relates to real estate investing, and actually even other countries where I invest in, appraiser work, inspection work, construction work, math, common sense. Believe it or not, common sense is a rarity in this day and age. Laws and rules of different counties and cities, covenants, design, and there's just so much more that I do versus what a realtor can give you advice on. So my point really with this video is to tell you that you can obviously go to anybody to give you advice on what is a good investment or not. And I have people constantly ask me, hey, what do you think about this deal? What do you think about that deal? And my answer is never straightforward in that I tell them, hey, it's a good deal or it's a bad deal. But my answer is usually, okay, this is how you can decide for yourself if it's a good deal for you, because it's going to be individualized to you. And these are some of the factors that you need to look at, because sometimes I know anyways, your lifestyle, your investment strategy, your goals, your finances, and what you're trying to accomplish, your abilities, whether you can fix the place up or not. But if you go to a realtor and ask them that, they're not going to know this information. They're going to know they're going to basically tell you about the property, they're going to show it to you, they're going to tell you all the good things and maybe some of the bad things, but they're going to be very careful what they say. But go to any realtor and go maybe to a property that they show you and ask them, hey, can I redesign this to do this and this? They'll give you an opinion, but they're not the expert on that. And I have lots of experts that I work with. I have design experts, I have construction, general contractor experts, and I've just done this for so long that it's you know, after a while, it's the same thing all the time. And I'm always surprised how a lot of people just don't know some of these basic things. And they keep asking me, hey, is this a good investment? And sometimes I'm like, okay, how can this person not know that this is a bad investment? But they don't know because they just don't have the experience that I have. And this is what I'm trying to bring to you with my audiobooks, with my videos, all my subscribers, with your questions that you send me, which I really greatly appreciate. And I am trying to teach you what I know. I'm not trying to sell you a property, so I'm completely unbiased. I will give you my opinion. Obviously, you can take it or leave it. And I will never ever step on anybody else's profession or their livelihood. If they're a timeshare salesperson, if they're a realtor, or whatever their profession is, I'm just going to give you my opinion, and my opinion as a successful real estate investor, as a self-made woman, basically, financially secure self-made woman. And at least that's worth something, because you know, I know there's a lot of you out there that want to come and be at the same level where I am. And so basically, who do you take your advice from for real estate investing? You know, choose the person that you trust. Hopefully you can trust me. But the realtor is going to be a very small picture of who should be a very small part of the puzzle of the whole picture that you need to incorporate in order to make a good investment decision. So for more tips like this, go to my website, juliamspencer.com. I'm actually working on lots of new audiobooks, so there's going to be a lot more material out there for you to purchase here very soon. I've been a little bit lazy. I've mostly just made videos, but I actually need to publish some of this stuff in audiobooks, because I've gotten so many awesome questions, and I'm trying to organize everything into a book and into a new audiobook specifically on tax sale foreclosures, because that seems to be something that everybody wants to know about, and bring that out to you, because the questions, they repeat, and I'm having a hard time to catch up. So this is how I'm going to bring my knowledge to you, is via my audiobooks. And if you could subscribe, that would be really helpful. And keep the questions coming, and keep the comments actually coming, the critical comments, the sometimes scolding comments as well. I actually do appreciate any comment. Constructive criticism, comments, everything, send it my way. I may not get to it right away, so please don't think that I'm ignoring you, but just the volume of information that I've been getting in the last half year or so has been so astronomically increasing that I'm trying to catch up. So go to my website today, juliamspencer.com, and I hope to see you investing very successfully soon with my advice or with somebody else's.
For your free guide to real estate investing, visit juliamspencer.com.